Wow. It's been a hot minute. Oh no, man.
Uh, technically, yes. It was supposed to happen on the 22nd or 23rd. That that had that had the exact same delivery as they fly now, and I'm cringing. Shit.
Okay. Hopefully now I should be audible. But yeah.
I can hear you at least.
Alright. I
Yeah.
don't think the stream could, but yes.
Oh, damn, that's crazy.
Yeah. But we back now. Hope everyone is doing well. Everyone out there and in here. So wait, yeah, headphones am I being up? Yeah. Awesome. So, we're back now. I have a better rig this time. So, yeah, we're excited to get back into the campaign, and we'll see where the arc today takes us, as we're going to be starting off already with potential Order 66 discussions. So, might be. We'll see how the fuck that goes.
Yeah, me
Yeah.
talking about Order 66.
We're talking about the shit redacted.
Yes. Yeah. But yeah, before we go ahead and get into the thick of things, we'll just go around and introduce ourselves. Just starting off with myself, I am Kevin, your lovely DM for past, present, and future sessions. Yeah, and excited to get back into the swing of things. I'm also doing regular paid campaigns over on Start Playing. So if you like what you see here today and want to be another one of adventures, you might want to hop on my page over there. But next over we have TK, otherwise Raz. Go for it.
Hello, TK here. I play your friendly neighborhood Zabrak, trying to keep everybody alive while dealing with the weight of the galaxy on the shoulders with the vision and the clone ship conspiracies and losing people. It's a lot. He's trying to hold it together. It's not working.
Yeah, it's a fun time for everyone. Asterix, the people who are not dead. But yeah. Next up we have Le Jinkles, otherwise Shari.
Of course! What fun! I'm going to fucking kill you.
Hi, my name is.
Fucking hysteria now!
Hello,
sorry.
I'm Jinkles. I play the lovely Shir'iven, and I've been consumed by Baldur's Gate since we haven't been playing.
Mm-hmm.
I am not ready for this session because I do not want to think about Order 66. Okay? Okay.
Yeah. oh, those ramifications are gonna be fun to potentially talk about. But and Chase is probably gonna be fashionably late, but we will press on forward with what we have. And finally, Mark, otherwise Beren, joins us.
Hi, yeah, I'm Beren today. I'm Mark, actually, but I play Beren. You know what I mean. I'm very tired.
Today.
Is Baron playing Mark? Okay.
It is 10 to 3 in the morning here. I'm tired.
Hi, I'm Beren. I'm a Mandalorian. I'm very gay, and I do not want to be.
Very gay. No brain cells leaving the thinking to my boyfriend Patch. That's the energy I bring to every session.
Patch literally has a himbo boyfriend confirmed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But yeah, now that we have most everyone here, we can get into the thick of things. Where is it?
Into the thick of it!
I swear to God, if that is a fucking sound by the end of this, like, at some point... no, what the fuck was that? No.
No.
No, okay. Let's see, I need to grab my chill playlist. In the meantime, where is it? There we go.
The recap up, okay.
Alright, let's go with... Oh, that's just the playlist of the episodes. We don't need that. There we go. Just the chill playlist of the show. Okay. Oh, I want to put this in. Music droid commands. There we go. Play.
Finally reconvened with Obi-Wan Scoot the following morning. They suffered losses as well. Though Axer and Bull made it through okay, Obi-Wan took some hits, but Anakin took the worst of it. He lost his arm protecting Ahsoka, and the medics had to scrounge together a prosthetic to keep him in the fight. Hopefully he can gain an improved one back on Coruscant. I hate that I had to lie to Captain Rex. I respect him greatly. But if word got out that not only was Slick a traitor, but he escaped, we don't need morale getting crushed any more than if they found out he was responsible for the deaths of other VOD. It seems Shir'iven has a plan for our next objective, and I am to accompany Brass, Boba, and some Jedi for a recon mission. Morning streak has taken a toll on me, and I almost forgot about the information about the redacted. Time to lay all the facts to her and plan our next move. The last 15 seconds of this recording has been deleted.
Amazing. So, last we left off, friends, foes, and undecided, you were on the it's a rainy night. Well, it's hard to even tell days and nights on Jabeem anymore with the constant rain every day on this planet. It makes, of course, the ever-present steam and fog on Coruscant bearable. But, now... Oh, that's not the one I want. Let's see... There we go. So, you guys are now in the... Roll20 chat, there we go. So, now you are all back into... you know, in your main camp, you have Obi-Wan, Ahsoka, Anakin, pretty much all of the main crew is here, and they are... You know, at least that is where their quarters are taking place. Oh, where is... Damn it, I'm losing... There we go. That's the one I wanted. So you guys are in your camp just resting, or at least preparing to move out, or... I'll say, like, it's probably, like, at least for time-wise, it's hard to tell, it's midday at this point, where, you know, you're... kind of taking care of your business. Beren and Raz are over by, you know, the 501st barracks. And Shir, you were just talking with, I forget the name of the Jabini leader.
Hilbeck.
Yes.
Hilbeck. It was Hilbeck, and yeah.
Wasn't I on my way to go find Beren and Patch because of...
Yeah, she literally calmed us like, you've got some explaining to do, and Razwood said, can we talk in private? My tent, office, whatever, will be right there, and then that's where we left off.
Yeah, you guys are pretty much like, yeah, like, we left off, like, with all of you, like, or the three of you reconvening at Shir'iven's tent. Meanwhile, Viper is dealing with a potential clone madness bit. But the three of you have, and Patch as well, I believe you requested him, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, yeah, all three of them. All three of us.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'd say, Shiri, you see them arrive, you know, like, arrive at your tent, awaiting their kind of... I'd say presumably it's hard to lie to Shir, at least like give a faux thing of like, oh, we're totally calm with whatever is going on here. Cause...
Oh no, like
oh,
I mean,
Shuri sees right through that with like that fucking like disapproving mother gaze, where it's like, oh, I don't want to lie to her, but
yeah. So and Patches with you, looking, I'd say, cause I forgot Patches. I gave him stats, I thought. Oh, that's right. He's like, yeah, he's just a few levels behind you, but, oh yeah, there is no way he's lying. He's looking equally as guilty as everyone else. Shiri,
yeah.
So this was
Well,
just because of how long it's been. It's because this is like the entire talk about like, how the fuck were you hiding the fact that clones had chips in their heads, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and during the walk, Raz had put his helmet on for the entire duration because even if he's good at hiding stuff, he doesn't want any tells being given away by any bystanders or anything, because underneath the helmet, he is extremely tense to those who don't know him well.
Yeah, like
But
now you have... Oh, go ahead.
To everyone else, it's like he's hiding it well, but to Shiri, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like once you close the tent behind you, or double take just to make sure that nobody is followed in, you just zip it behind, take off the helmet, and sure, you can immediately sense that something is off with them.
Yeah, and immediately once, we would have made sure the coast is clear before going in, and once he takes his helmet off, he looks dead serious and maybe a little panicked, but he asks Shir'iven this: nobody else is to listen in on this meeting.
No one
Okay?
will.
Right. Do you want me to go out and keep watch, General?
No, you have to explain yourself as well, because you are a part of this as much as they are.
Griff.
And she looks mad.
Oh yeah. She, you just see Beren, Patch immediately, tries, stepping behind you like a scared dog behind his owner. He's just, ever so slightly being, you get the hint of, protect me.
Yeah, she looks to her droid, though, and she'd be like, you are going to keep watch. Alright? Call me if anyone needs me.
And then he gives off that little I don't know the noise a droid would make for a sneer remark or you're in trouble, but he gives that little sound as he rolls by the three of you. And then he just starts waiting outside, has his light flash, and is just chilling out there. I believe it's R6 or...
Yeah, it's R6D something.
Okay.
I would have to look through my pages of the Revenge of the Crit Bible, but that's gonna take time.
Yeah.
So I'll do it after session.
Yeah. So, the floor is all of yours, then.
But we... Oh my god, wait, Shiri also still has... Oh my god, it's been so long since we played that I forgot that Shiri also has, Soren's droid as well. Oh my god.
Recon, yeah.
Recon!
Yeah.
Shiri's gonna send Recon out there as well.
Yeah, Raz was actually gonna suggest that too.
Okay. God, I forgot the voice I gave Recon, but I'll say...
It was basically like a weird, the fucking orange droid from Knights of the Old Republic. I forgot his name.
Oh, yeah, HK-47.
HK-47, yeah.
Goes, agreement. Yes, mistress. I will keep Recon. I will do my duties with your astromech. And you'll just fly out the door behind R6 as well.
As soon as they are out the door, Shiri looks directly at them. Her arms are folded. Do you have anything you wish to say to me right now?
Raz looks to Patch. Do you want to tell her about what you disclosed with me, or should I?
Well... So... I realize with past surgeries with certain clones that I at least brought up that there's chips inside. When I was performing certain surgeries on clones, that we detected inhibitor chips inside their heads. I brought it up with the Kaminoans, and they confirmed that it is indeed something that inhibits, is supposed to invert stability and obedience within the clones. That prior phases were more reckless and disobedient without them.
Yet they didn't. Shiri is like, she's doing that typical thing where you see her lips purse and like her hand is brought up to her mouth, like, you know what I mean? Like, she's doing that thing like she's trying to consume it without like fucking starting to yell. You can tell she's holding back. And how long have you known of this vital information?
Look, the chips, as far as their existence, I want to say probably 3 months into the war is when I discovered. Maybe, possibly 4 or 5. I can't remember exactly when, but I think the actions on Jabim, especially with Viper's incident, that definitely brought into question with their breeding of combining non-Django Fett DNA into the mixture to make, along with the regiment that goes with creating a commando. I think it only just got confirmed my theory, only within the last 24 hours.
It would have been nice to know of these inhibitor chips because, Patch, these are things we weren't told about. Look, my anger isn't with you right now. It's more so with the Kaminoans for having this happen. Inhibitor chips in an army for something that we're to control. Do you not realize how bad that sounds?
Well, I mean, looking at what they all stated at the time, I recognized it, and they made it clear that in order these inhibitor chips are to ensure that good soldiers follow orders. And
Orders from who?
From either our commanding officers, or if God forbid anything goes wrong, the Chancellor, potentially their delegates or replacements.
Chancellor, of course. Shiri is livid. She looks to Raz at this point. Raz, do you realize what this could mean for the tone of the war?
I'm only realizing how bad this is. When Patch told me, I didn't even mean to keep this a secret. He literally told me the night before we went out and got bombarded and ambushed by the droids. By that point, I lost streak and everything got away with me. But this... Patch.
Yes, Raz?
You said that the inhibitor chips can cause the troopers to follow orders, even by force, correct?
Well, if a strong enough willpower emerges and the clone can resist it, then there is a small chance that the order is not followed through. But more often than not...
But how many troopers are there in the entirety of the Gar?
It's all of them, isn't it, Patch?
Look, it's not confirmed or denied. I only saw this with the first phase. For all we know, it could have been corrected over the course of all the next generations.
And Raz has been pacing, and then suddenly he stops and his eyes go wide. It's almost like he's seeing a ghost. My vision. It can't be. My vision, Shiri. What if this is the trigger?
The catalyst. Shiri looks to Patch at this.
What?
Patch, you have a chip in your head, don't you?
I mean, I am of the first generation. I'd be surprised if there wasn't.
Is there any way to safely and discreetly take it out?
Whoa.
Patch!
Look.
This is... Shiri looks to him. There is desperation in her eyes at this.
Hey!
You come in with this fucking... God damn it!
Immaculate timing.
Eliminating the tension. Bravo.
Yeah, welcome aboard, Chase.
Hi, happy to be here.
Ooh, my heart was racing.
Yeah, we're just in the middle of a soap opera right now.
Love it.
Shiri looks to Patch with desperation in her eyes.
And by the way, Viper isn't in the room.
Yeah.
Of course. Still
yeah.
two.
But with that, she clears her throat. We need to remove that chip, Patch.
At this moment, Patch just kind of looks to Beren. And then goes kind of like, almost out of like, looking like he's scared and is unsure. Like, he's starting to look like almost like a corner animal vibes. Feels like he's getting turned. I'll say you can pick that up on him, Beren.
I mean, obviously Beren's of the opinion that you should get that thing out of your head, but he sees, like, you know, how suddenly vulnerable it's made Patch feel. Where is Patch? Is he next to Beren?
He's like hiding behind you if I
Oh
if
no!
I heard him
At this
correctly.
point, like now, like he stepped forward a bit, like to at least like come clean about the chip stuff. But when like both of you, like Raz and Shiri are on about him getting the chip removed, now he's backing away towards Beren a little bit, like facing Shiri and Raz, but like walking backwards to you, Beren. Like he's. Yeah.
Beren will just put like a hand on his shoulder and say, "No one's doing anything to you without your permission, right?" And he'll give Shiri and Raz a look.
Beren, you don't understand what this means.
No, I do. I was there when they talked about it.
What do you know then?
This is Patch. It's his body. He can do what he wants with it.
And again, like the Kaminoans, they're all about ensuring their products are at that their clones are at the finest of quality. I'm sure it's with the best interests at heart of that they were installed there for. Sure, there might be some kinks, but the Kaminoans could have worked them out by now.
Patch,
I'm sure slavers would say the same thing about slave chips.
that's exactly what this is.
Exactly. Patch, you want your own person with this thing in your head. And do you realize what this means for your brothers and sisters?
Patch, you know I would never force you to make a choice. All of you are individuals and deserve the right to choose for yourselves. But there's more you don't know, and maybe you deserve to get the bigger picture. You as well, Beren.
Look, I don't agree with Patch keeping it in his head, but at the end of the day, if he doesn't want it removed, I'm on his side.
And
Then, if there's
I-
not... Sorry, go ahead. My fault.
No, you're good. I had a vision. You weren't with us, but a lot happened. We went to Dathomir. It's a long story in itself, but that's not the point. The point is, I received a vision where I saw Viper and a squad roll up to the Jedi Temple and shot down a Padawan, saying good soldiers follow orders. And they were receiving those orders from Sidious, the Darth Lord of the Sith.
And Patch is like kind of like stepping back, being like, "No, that couldn't possibly."
It's true, Patch. I was there when Raz was going through that vision.
Well, Beren will look at Shuri and Raz and say, well, a vision's always true.
Right, look,
It's
the Force isn't
different.
always right, you know. Maybe we can change it.
That's what we are trying to do, Patch. By avoiding those unnecessary visions. Shuri remembers the vision that Patch had, that he told her about, of her becoming one of the first Inquisitors, and she cringes slightly.
Mm-hmm.
You can see
Raziel.
you could see that like twinge in her face as she remembers it. And she tries to like gain like sense of control from that. Just you don't understand. We need to take risks like these. She looks to Patch at this. If there's no way that we can get you to remove that, is there any way we could figure out what is in those chips?
And I think that's actually a good spot to cut back to Viper. Also,
Motherfucker, fuck you.
Hi.
So, last we left off with you, you saw Imagundi go into his tent to, like, you know, presumably get ready for the coming battle or the scouting mission. And you heard Jinkles' voice in your mind saying, "Good soldiers
Love it.
follow orders." And I do need a wisdom saving throw from you, if you
Oh,
would be so
perfect.
kind.
Inside of you are two wolves. One's a bounty hunter, the other is also a bounty hunter. They both want to fucking kill you. Love it. All right, I remember how to use this dang old thing. Let me just find it.
It's been
Fucking-
a minute, for sure.
Hold on, I have something ready for this.
Oh boy.
I'm ready for this roll.
All right, hold on. All right, there's that. Wisdom save, right?
Yep.
Wisdom save. Where is that? Oh
the
god.
top-
Oh, there it is. There we go.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Yeah.
Oh! You son of a bitch.
Viper!
So, I will say, in this moment, like, you hear the voice in your head, and, like, you go to try to reach for, like, that shot that Patch gave you to try to calm down, but you are now in Django mode.
Oh.
And you realize that you're on a job from, one Lord Tyrannus, or who you would also know as Count Dooku.
Yes, I would. I played the game. Oh.
Bounty
fun.
Hunter, the game!
Yes.
For Nintendo
Oh.
GameCube.
Ah,
PlayStation
the
2
controls
and
in that
Xbox.
game are jank.
Yeah. So
Anywho. Oh god.
So, you remember this this planet is not one that you're supposed to be on, but you're here to make sure that, I mean, I'd say like you're kind of scouting out the enemy at this point, and you need to report back, like send a signal back to the Separatists as far as like motion of your progress. So I'd say
Do I have that channel?
you do not have the channel, but there is a communications tower. I'd say you feel compelled to go to it.
Well, go then. Yeah, sure. Look at my little legs go. Look at my little half Trandoshan, half clone legs go.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Yep.
All right. And I'll say you do see some other clones there being like, Armando Viper, good to see you. You need to make... What can I do you for? Is there like just like this guy working like all these switches and knobs over here?
Oh, jeez. Okay. Oh, God. Okay. Am I under the context? Okay. Just like real quick. This is since I'm in Django mode. Like this is just a mission. This is just a mission to Django Viper, right?
Yeah.
And
to Django Viper, like with the mentality of like, oh yeah, like you just need to go make a call. Like they don't need to know who it is, or like could be top secret. You're a commando. As far as they're aware, they don't need to know jack shit.
True. That is true.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And the communication tower is how far from me, or am I already in it?
Oh, like it's inside. I'll say like you we're already compelled to walk toward there, and like because like you failed like that low, like you're like anything left of Viper trying to resist is kind of gone, at least for this moment. But yeah, you're inside the tower now at least, and it's just one little clone kind of like making sure the communications are going as forward as they can.
Okay. All right. Yep. Sure. And it's afternoon, morning, evening.
It's like afternoonish.
Okay. All right.
Still
Afternoon,
like heavy
trooper.
downpour. Yeah.
Afternoon, trooper. I need to send a comm over to one of our generals back at base on Coruscant, if you would. It's private matters.
Oh. Well, hopefully the range knight might get you far if it's off on another system. I can try boosting it for you if you like.
Make.
You see him like just swing up, motion off at a couple of knobs. Alright. And he's still there. If or I'll say, are you like still looking? I'm like to kind of get the hint of like getting out.
Yeah. Thank you, trooper. That will be all.
Oh.
You're dismissed for the time being.
Yes, sir. And with that, he exits out of the room.
Oh, Jesus. All right. Okay. Oh, God. All right. I guess Django Viper will look to his left. He'll look to his right. And I don't know how, but he'll try to get in contact with Tyrannus. Oh, Jesus.
I'll say you go through that usual frequency, and that doesn't work, so you default to the next, like, possible contact, trying to reach for General Grievous. So, go ahead and give me a technology roll to see, because right now it's wired to try, like, getting as far to be message over to Coruscant. So, go ahead and just give me a straight technology check.
Of course you would. 28!
I'll say you're very easily able to find the signal, and I'll say you reach a battle droid, goes like,
this is a restricted transmission. Who is this?
Put me on the line. Put me on the line with one Darth Tyrannus, if you would.
Tyrannus? I'm not familiar with that one. Who is this?
Oh,
Identify yourself.
Django Fett, the bounty hunter.
Give me 1 minute.
and he like puts you on hold.
Oh, God. This is what I'm jumping into after so many weeks. Fine.
Man, imagine B1 battle droids just becoming telemarketers in the future.
And
Please stay on the line.
We've been trying to reach you about your Star Cruiser's policy.
We've been trying to reach you about your car's extended warranty.
The speed at which people would be burning and smashing their phones if they sounded like that. But yes, so a couple of minutes go by. I will say like a hologram of Grievous comes up on the in the command center and goes like,
"You idiot! This is not Jango Fett. Who are you?"
General Grievous. About as clankery as usual.
"I killed you back on that cruiser. How? Wait a moment. You are that commando who tried to save his brats."
Commando? Brat? I don't know what you're talking about, but if you're bad-mouthing my son, well, he takes after his old man. Where's Tyrannus? Oh, I'm sorry. Where's Dooku?
he kind of like raises his eyebrow, goes,
"Dooku has been indisposed of for the time being. I am leading the separatist assault and our droid forces. I'm assuming you're calling because you have something vital to report."
Do I have something vital to report?
I mean, you can give us the exact coordinates of, like, you know, the encampment, the numbers, and the amount of resources that you have.
Heaven!
I will allow for another wisdom save as you're trying to, you know, as all this is, you know, being brought up to try to come back before basically giving up the game. Nat 20.
Nat 20!
I'll say...
Oh, baby!
Beautiful sound choice, but in that moment, I'll say, Viper, you kind of snap back into it, and you're in the comm center, and Grievous is on a hologram in front of you?
I said... What the... Grievous! How'd you get a hold of this signal?
What the... You were the one who get...
And, like, and then I'll say, Grievous, like, you just quickly, like, hear him, like,
"Be quickly! Trace the signal of the encampment! Get their precise coordinates!"
Roger,
Oh boy.
Roger.
Oh,
if you want to shut off the call, just hang up.
Shut off the call, shut off the call. I'm immediately going to try to just, like, desync slash try to get away from, just, like, try to, like, jam this as much as I can.
Ooh, you are lucky. I rolled a nat 1 for them to try to get the exact signal. I rolled a nat 1.
Oh, fuck, man. We dodged. You dodged a bullet.
Heart.
What the fuck? Oh my god, that was...
Oh my god.
Jesus.
I'll say...
So I guess just
Oh, go
roll
ahead.
straight tech, or, like, what?
No, I'll say, like, at this point, like, if you hung up, like, hanging up the call was easy as hell. Like, they were trying to, like, catch it, and I gave them the roll to do that, and they got a nat 1, so...
Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I'll say because you were at least on the three-way channel, you are at least aware that, Shiri, Beren, Patch, and Raz are, like, discussing something, like, you know, pretty important in their chant in regards to something that Patch discovered. You don't know exactly what it is in references to, though.
Ooh, like a sneaky listen on, or just, like, I'm just in the channel?
I mean, you were just in the channel on, like, at least on the comms we called in. They're just talking, like, out loud, like, by their tent. And, like, if you...
Oh, gotcha.
Like, if you, like, come out of the command center tent, or you can look out and see Shir'iven's place, and, yeah, there's R6 and Recon, standing outside, just keeping watch.
Because now I alongside Viper doesn't trust himself of how the hell that happened, so he's just gonna, like, make sure everything's hunky-dory and there isn't, like, any, like, just separatist, like, weapon thing or on there.
Go ahead and give me a perception check. As far as you could tell, like, inside the camp, just quick look at around, Like, all you just see is this Recon and R6, or no, I think it was R7 now that I'm saying it again. But yeah, it's just those two droids that you knew Shiri has owned for a while, just keeping watch outside of her place. And I'll say you can at least barely see the silhouettes of the rest of your group plus Patch inside, just chatting up a storm.
Going to go outside. Is the clone that he talked to still there?
I'll say he was waiting outside and goes like, "Oh, your business done with the call there? Thought I heard a familiar voice inside."
Yes. Yes, and I was interrupted with the share of bad news. Somehow the Seppi's got onto our list. It's got onto our comm channels. Got a good look at Grievous. I don't know how, but for all we know, this command said it could be bugged. I need could you run a sweep for any possible separatist? What's the word?
I think they're scout droids or like bugs, or.
Dude, could you do a scan for any scout droids or droids of the Sword Soldier?
Sure. I'll get right to it. And like, he's like just so like, you know, the second like you mentioned like Grievous getting a hold of the camp, like he's like immediately like rushing to check. Yeah, like just check everything.
I'll leave you to it.
Yes. Thanks for the heads up. And like he's just working on that.
And as soon as that door closes, just like he just turns a corner, just cold sweat, just like, what in the criff was that?
And I'll say you hear Jinkles' voice in your mind once again, going,
"Come on. You're not meant for this life. We're meant to be free men.
Work for the highest bidder, and the Republic credits are nice, but Seppi's pay. But give us something more. Something that the other clones here don't understand. Freedom."
Oh, so now I got two of you inside my head now. Well, Griffin, great. I don't know how you did that. I don't know how you did that or how you got inside my head. But you stay the hell out of my body, you hear me?
I can't promise that. And like then you hear, what's that Trendo's name?
Shurdrig.
He goes,
"You know, the Kaminoans never got into how many failures it took to make your fancy little squadron."
Literally, just head up to his ears, just like, I'm not listening to this.
You realize your CT number, right? Because that was
0947. Yep.
That was the amount it took of hybrid clones that died before your squad came about. Of this batch of experiments.
He's walking out of the command center. He's trying to just like go anywhere that's far away from anyone. Just like he needs space.
Okay. Are you gonna pass by Shiri's tent, or like
I'm going to try and avoid Shiri's tent, unless there is no physical way, in which case I still got my jetpack on me, right?
Yeah.
No, wait, actually, hold on, wait a minute. Can I stealthily use my powers to get over?
I'll say, if you want to, go ahead and give me a stealth check. I mean, you're inside the camp. Like, there's no reason to try
there's no reason.
Yeah. And I'll just go ahead and, but yeah.
Just a base stealth roll?
Yeah. I'm just trying to be, like, incognito. 15. Wow, I got a second natural one on Recon.
Damn.
R7 trying to spot you. You motherfucker.
Yes.
Okay. But yeah.
My mental illness passed this mental skill test, son.
Alright, but yeah, you can go as far off as you like. And I'll say maybe like a upper echelon clone, like maybe Rex or Cody might see you like trying to be sneaky. But they'll just sort of like mentally log that in, but not really at least do anything with it. But up to you how far you want to go.
I want like a good 5 to 10 feet away from camp.
Okay. easy enough to do. Just can you get outside and you'll see some other clones sitting out with their rifles slung over their shoulders, keeping watch. And like they're like in a little canopy just as the rain is falling down. Just all around them. But yeah. We can go back to the main tent. And I'll say Viper goes, or sorry, Patch will go.
Patch.
Yeah. He goes, look, I know you Jedi have your premonitions. Look, I'm just, hell, I mean, Beren, you don't really, how much stock do you even put into the visions of these Jedi? I know they tend to see a lot of things that happen, and it helps them in battle, but these grander visions they don't always come true, don't they?
You said Beren, right? Because I didn't catch the name of the person you were talking to.
Oh yeah, Patch was talking to Beren.
Yeah,
he's just mainly looking for like how much he believes in these visions.
How much do I like know really about the Force? Let's be honest.
Go ahead, just give. Okay, there's not really I'll say like because from Mando culture, I think particularly with your clan, it depends on how friendly would Clan Rin be with Jedi.
Let me think, because they were part of Clan Ren before.
Mm-hmm.
And they've not really met any Jedi. Beren met obviously Kiadi-Mundi, and that didn't go great. But met Obi-Wan, and that went great. So
yeah, I'll say as far as like when the times you've interacted with Clan Vizsla and Kryze, you know that, or at least like they push the doctrine of like Jedi, you know, they're like, you know, extremely like perceptive of the future, and it's kind of a toss-up whether, you know, they're real or come to fruition. But like Mandalorians at the end of the day, they just realize they can conquer anything. So even if a Jedi says like, the Force told me that I would beat you, they're usually of the mind of like, oh, your Force ain't shit against when it comes to us. But I'll say with Clan Rin, they're kind of more, I'd say they're probably, at least for Jedi, they are to be taken a little bit more seriously and not to be tossed aside as much or as often.
Then, God, I don't know. Beren will be like, yeah, Beren will just say like, crap, like, well, they are Jedi and know the Force, but at the same time, he'll put a hand on Patch's shoulder. He's like, if you want to cut your own path, I'll cut it for you.
You think I should get this thing out?
What I think doesn't matter, Patch. It's what you want.
If I may interject. Patch, as detrimental as we need to figure out what's on that ship, it keeps you from being you. It doesn't make you. Don't you have that fear that one day you're not going to be in control of your own body? Of your own mind? That's what that ship does to you.
It's not something that's ever crossed my mind before. I think at least when it comes to mentally, I'm pretty, you know, locked off. And
there's only so much the mind can endure and resist before your body just gives up. I may not have a chip, but I know what it feels like to lose control of your body. The dark side of the Force nearly consumed me. And I almost killed Satine for good. Because I wasn't in control of myself. My mind resisted, but my body acted on its own. The last thing I want is for you to do something you'll regret.
Kind of like takes off the helmet, looks at it for a moment, and then looks up to all of you. Kind of leaves like a heavy sigh. Kind of puts it on, goes, right. As far as this chip is concerned, get it looked at. We need to get a private medical facility. It would have to be somewhere on Camino. That we'd have to look at getting it removed if we are intent on doing this. Requires a 4th level brain scan to locate and... But kind of looks to Beren and goes, with this kind of procedure, with how deep it is in the brain, I could die from it.
Beren just very... It hits him for a moment, but then he just goes, you won't.
The chance isn't going to be 0. As much as you want it to. It'll still be there. It's
not a high chance, though, is it?
I don't know. It's... Something like this hasn't been attempted before. Or if there have been any records of it, might have been wiped out.
Well, like any brain surgery, there's always a risk of something going wrong. But we can be there to make sure it doesn't happen.
Exactly.
Right, well, figure out the specifics later, but now we gotta figure out what's going on with this Freeman character and try to at least win this planet back.
Then... Then I swear this. Once we take this planet back for its people, once Grievous falls, I get back what I need from him. We're heading to Camino. Anyone against that?
No. I was thinking the same thing.
Of course not, Mandalore. Whatever you ask.
Settle then.
Good.
Let's win this planet.
Alright. I'll say, with that in mind, I'll say Raz, and on... I don't know if Viper agreed to be part of the scouting party that goes with Raziel.
Hang on. I'm getting information on that right now as we speak, on who is joining me.
For sure, yeah. Yeah, because it was some of the Rough Riders. I know that for sure.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out who... Oh, there we go. I'm getting close on my notes. Scouting team goes out within the next morning, scout out what they can. And then the night team, I think... Yeah, it looks like this is the night team. So... Imagundi, Ahsoka, Anakin, Obi-Wan, Shiri, and Raz, Brass... Oh, wait. Hang on. Sorry, I'm just reading what I wrote down, which is a lot, so...
Oh, you're good.
It'll be a split of the Rough Riders, Raz, Brass, Gundy, and some rebels, because the rebels know the area better than most of us.
Okay.
Main scouting team runs out every night, come back within the morning hours.
Okay.
Can rest on the walkers or ships as everyone else travels. Would take a week of just travel time. Shiri is sending Anakin as well to get himself warmed up and trained with a new prosthetic.
Okay. So, I'll say...
Oh, and Boba as well. Yeah, Boba
Okay.
because of Grievous, so...
Gotcha. Okay, so with that in mind... also, yeah, it sounds like this was supposed to be the nighttime, so we'll just say that it was the evening when you all had this conversation. And come, like, the morning time, everyone is, you know, well rested. Unless, Viper, would you have gotten outside of the encampment far, or like how long you would have been outside of the placement?
I was just sitting away, getting away so like I can, one, tame the voices, and two, try to get back to some sort of Viper normalcy, question mark?
Okay. I'll say, like, you are, it's hard at first, but you are able to get a much needed long rest after that little close call. But I will say you do reconvene in the war room. Oh yeah, that's right. So I'll say Anakin wakes up bright and early outside of your tent and goes, Master, you wanted to refresh me up on my training while I'm still getting used to the new hand?
Yes. So, my idea was to get you warmed up for the upcoming fight by sending you with the scouting team. Would that be doable for you?
So,
I know you don't wish...
Oh, go ahead.
I know you don't wish to leave the battle so fast. And I've spoken with Obi-Wan about it. And we've decided to send you on the scouting missions, just until we reach the main city. From there we will assess and see how far you've come.
Kind of like, you know, there's like a twinge of like, you know, disappointment that he won't be able to see in the fight, but each like swallows it for a second and then kind of goes, all right, who am I accompanying with on this?
You'll be accompanying Raz and the Rough Riders, a few of the rebels, and Imagundi, correct?
I believe so, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Imagundi.
Okay. Well, just as long as Raz eases it up on the pedals and Boba doesn't lose his cool, I think we should be fine.
We will do our best. But, Anakin, like I said, this isn't the end for you with the battles here. This is only until you're used to your prosthetic.
Well, I still have a Padawan I need to train eventually. And Ahsoka, Obi-Wan, as you know how he is with, you know, with someone like me. Imagine how he'd be trying to train Ahsoka. I know I'm not the most experienced, but I'm one to believe that he can handle someone of her nature. She needs someone different, more blunt.
She needs someone to tame her spark. I understand.
All right, I'll ride out with Raz and the troopers at about 0600. You carry on. And I'll say, Raz, you, Imagundi, some rebels, Boba, are like, you know, getting up on your speeders, and Brass is like getting ready your sidecar, and kind of looks to you as like you are, you know, approaching. Goes, I hope you can shoot as well. I hope you can shoot as well. You can throw that saber around. You'll be my side gun.
Of course, I know how to shoot a gun.
Well, your training at least proved a bit of that, but you never did ride in a sidecar. As sort of revving up the engines again to roll.
First time for everything, and he'll get in the seat.
And I'll say Anakin sort of like locks eyes with Boba's and goes like, right, I'll be scattered with all of you, just stay out of my way. And goes, as long as you stay out of ours, Tiny. And with that, I'll say all of you are now off on your scouting. And as they're going off, I'm assuming Beren, Patch, and like the rest of you guys are sort of like, you know, just locking down the fort together, or just making a perimeter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shiri is definitely, she's looking over her files and everything. If it seems a little weird, she's definitely distanced herself a little bit after that talk with everyone from this morning. She's mainly focused on trying to look into a few bits of data that she might have access to on the clones.
Okay. I'll say go ahead and give me a lore check. I'll say like as like all the clones are like, you know, like they're just making a perimeter with all their walkers.
19.
19. I will say at least as far as you are able to determine, looking around in the files, that there does not appear to be any records of like, you know, brain surgeries on the clones that, you know, like all brain surgeries on troopers have been like, you know, to try to like, you know, salvage what they can out of clones that have taken headshots, or, you know, those that have like, you know, barely survived, and they try to reconstruct like the cerebral cortex, the frontal lobe, all like parts of the brain. I'd say probably like a good 7 out of 10 surgeries result in the clone dying, or like like the survival rate is not super high once like a shot is taken into the head and they have to try to operate. But I'd say you are at least aware that like the medical, like there are like, you know, machines on Camino that are like exceptional at surgery, but for something like a procedure like this where it's a little bit different and you have a living clone with no injury coming in prior, there is like I'd say the odds for a clone surviving this surgery you can determine are about like, I'd say like 60-40.
Okay. From there then, people who have died in the medical tents here. Are they being kept watch over?
Oh yeah, you have Patch watching over, you know, the 99th. I'll say you have Shots, another clone medic who's like part with the 501st and watching over them. You have Syringi, who is one of the clones watching over in the 212th. So yeah, like every tent has like a sort of head medic. Patch just doubles as your medic. Yeah, they're being watched over.
Like, okay.
Yeah.
Because Shiri's going to calm Patch for a moment.
Okay.
And she pulls him up.
And it goes, "Yes, General."
Patch, you're alone right now, correct?
Yes, so what's up?
As dangerous as this might seem, I'm taking a look at all these medical documents pertaining to the clones that I can access. It seems this procedure would be a 60 to 40% chance of survival.
Okay, that's better than what I had assumed, but still not the best. We can look further into it. Once getting in that facility might be difficult without authorization.
Correct, but as much as I don't wish to be doing this, I've come up with a plan B.
And that would involve
you digging out the chips from dead comrades?
Dude, that's fucked.
Holy shit. Oh.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest, out of character, that's the smartest fucking thing we can think of at this point.
I mean,
honestly, you're not wrong.
They're not using them.
I'm kind of surprised we didn't think of this before.
Patch just looks like he sounds like disgusted about this idea over the comments, because like
Patch, I understand, but it's the best chance we've got if something like this is so high. I want to remove the chip from you, I do, but we also need to understand what is going on.
I'll see what I can do from going over the corpse piles.
But yeah, so Patch will try his best to secure a chip from a corpse. discreetly. I'll say in the meantime, Beren, what are you up to? Because I'll say, like, you have Obi-Wan and Ahsoka. They're, like, kind of looking over the rest of the men, like, looking over strategies of the battle maps, and Obi-Wan's also trying to make this a teaching moment to, you know, make sure Ahsoka has battle strategies in mind. And, oh yeah, that's right, and Viper, I'll say you're also waiting here. Are you in, like, the main wartime room just waiting for the scouting team to report back? Viper?
Yes, I am.
Okay. I'll say Beren. I'll say Viper, just go in and give me a straight charisma check, if you don't mind.
Straight Riz, no problem.
Or deception. If, like, because I'm assuming you're still you're still a little visibly, like, shaken from last night.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming this morning you're trying to play it off me like, what? I didn't almost give away the location of the camp and our capabilities? What?
Totally
No.
not. Totally not. Deception, right?
Yeah, just straight deception.
Okay, that's a -2. All right, be good to me, God. 16. Okay.
What's your passive insight?
Passive insight.
Sorry for Beren.
Passive insight.
Or I'll say.
Passive...
Oh yeah, passive.
Wait, do you mean perception?
No, this passive insight. It doesn't show on there, but yeah, it's. Yeah,
what?
For you, it would just be 10 plus whatever your insight.
Oh, that'd be 15.
Yeah. Now, I mean, they got... Viper just seems cool as a cucumber.
Okay.
Inside.
Good job it wasn't my perception, because my perception's 20.
Yeah. I mean, like, you definitely see him, or, like, see all the people inside the tent. Like, there's no one trying to hide.
Baron's kind of distracted anyway after, like, you know, Patch's whole thing going on. Are there, like, any areas where Beren could literally just, like, you know, hit something with his swords?
Sure, yeah, I'll say,
For a while.
Are you just trying to train by yourself, or would you want to, like, pull Obi-Wan or Ahsoka or any one of them aside to, like, do some training?
I mean, Baron's going to, like, excuse himself because he feels awkward just, like, turning away from, like, you know, 2 Jedi, basically, and just walking out. So he'll just, you know, say where he's gonna go. Whether or not anyone follows, that's up to them.
Okay. I will say, for Shiri, though, since your passive insight is a little bit higher, you do sense something is off with Viper. Like, there's, like, an anxious energy about him today.
Is Viper walking away, like, trying to, like, avoid eye contact at all?
I have my weapon in my hand. I'm looking at it, and that's the only thing that's in my world right now.
Yeah.
This is my STEM toy. I'm focusing on it as such.
Shiri not missing a beat. If Viper does pass her, she does speak up. She goes, "You know, you're not fooling anyone."
Slow turn of the head up, and just, I beg your pardon?
I can tell you're sweating bullets under that helmet of yours. What's going on?
Okay, alright. How do I do this?
How do you do this?
Well, if it isn't the consequences of my own actions.
Technically, it's
like
the
the
consequences of someone else's actions inside his head, but yeah.
I don't like the consequence.
Consequence.
I
don't like the consequence. Fuck it. I'm lying. Screw it.
Oh, okay.
Alright, I'm getting an insight ready.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Just, twitchy, ready to shoot some clankers.
Give me that deception.
You shoot some clankers.
That's a 4.
I mean, this is.
I don't even think you need to. Okay, there we go.
Yeah. Damn. Unfortunate.
Shiri doesn't even speak. She just raises an eyebrow.
Oh, no. It's the. Oh my god, just the steely-eyed stare of fucking Morticia from the Addams Family movies. Jesus. Oh, I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Oh, god damn it. Well, I can't go anywhere in this fucking room. I'm trapped in my own fucking prison of psychic energy. So, holsters his weapon, looks to the left, looks to the right, just goes over and just looks over at him and says, looks over at Shiri and says, "There's a possibility that the Seppies might have locked onto our location. I don't know how. I saw Grievous there was a hologram of Grievous and I shut it down to the best of my ability, but I'm freaking out about that. I mean, not freaking out. I mean, I'm fine. I'm fine. Just a lot of...
I'll say, just to give you a bit more context, Viper, you were, like, upon, like, you know, reflection, like, it is in your memory that, that happened, but you just were kind of, like, thrown out of control doing it. So... Or, like, in the moment of, like, the call being made. Only when it was, only, like, when, like, Grievous, like, showed up on the frame, and at the moment after that, were you able to kind of regain control of yourself.
So was he, like, aware of what he did when he came to, sort of thing, or?
Yeah,
I don't think so. Oh, so wait. Oh.
Yeah. Oh, dear.
Ooh, I don't like the
consequence. Oh, that makes it worse.
Yeah.
And that dawns on him even more, and he's petrified he's petrified at himself, and he's just
Shiri,
dead silent. Dead silent. Just dead silent.
Once again, as he's... is there anyone around them as he's saying all of this? Or, like, obviously she's the only one who can hear it, but, like, is there anyone around them at the moment?
Oh, it's just Obi-Wan, Ahsoka, Rex, and Cody.
If they look at her...
The main characters.
They look at her at all, you could tell that, like, she's trying to keep her cool, but anyone with a good eye can tell that her eyes fucking twitched.
Oh.
Okay.
She just sits there and tries to put on a little, like, kind of smile.
This is basically Shiri and the Scum and Memory.
Yeah. Oh god.
Let me
Let's
see
see.
this shit. Hold on.
I hate Eric. God, what?
Yeah,
Yeah.
just for the rest of the audience, it's this right here. Oh god.
Does...
Right, continue.
Okay. From what Shiri is being told, can it be discerned from her that Viper was the one who made that call?
I mean, I'd say, like,
Would that be an insight on me?
I mean, like, I'd say with a high enough roll, like, Viper is, like, laying all of his cards out. He made that call, Grievous did show up on it, and, like, he did try shutting it down to the best of his ability.
Does that count for the 23 insight I rolled earlier?
Mm-hmm.
And also, just like I'd also like, for context sake, is now that I'm realizing this as well, so that means Viper's realizing this as well, which means just like, oh, I'm a mutiny motherfucker. Oh god.
You close. What? And she's like baring her teeth, like just.
Say Obi-Wan, like, kind of like just slightly like past Cody, you just see his head, just be like, Shiri, are you all right? And
I just need to speak with my clone for a moment. I will be right back.
Oh god.
I'll say
I'm gonna get convulsion to hell and back.
I'll say Ahsoka looks to, or like, Ahsoka is gonna go ahead. Actually, yeah, she just manages to sneak off without anyone noticing, and she'll kind of come up behind you, Beren, and be like, Beren, is it right?
Sure. He turns around like, oh, yeah. You, Ahsoka, little one.
Yeah, sorry, I was just getting really bored at the war table. Think we could, cross blades for a little bit? Like, she, like, pulls out her, her little green saber.
Oh, she only got one? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, Baron or not. He's like, sure, if you really want to. Yeah.
Alright.
So,
Yeah,
Beskar blades.
you pulling both of them out?
Yep.
Okay, I'll say go ahead and... How full force are you going on this?
I'm gonna beat this child.
No, like, full in, like, finesse, like, you know, basically come at her like I'm actually attacking someone, but use the flat of the blade. Like, I'm obviously not gonna
Okay.
hurt her.
Oh yeah, this is all non-lethal, I'm assuming. Just go
Yeah.
ahead and give me... Uh-huh.
Yeah, like, you basically, like, as soon as it's, like, about to, like, anytime he's about to hit her, like, literally just stops.
And, like, yeah, like, you see her, like, take the pose. It's very close to Anakin's, but clearly has a bit of her own flavor into it. But, yeah, she's, like, taking her time, like, as, like, you know, it's clearly telegraphed. She's like, and, like, trying to block these the best you can. Goes, like, you know, you don't have to hold back on me, you know.
Okay. Baron's like, whatever you want then, sure.
I can take it. And, like, she's, like, you know, getting a little bit more aggressive in her stance now.
Yeah, then Beren will go defensive, but only because, like, she's clearly getting aggressive, and because she's a smaller, younger opponent, she'll tire herself out easier.
I'll say, as you're doing that, or give me an athletics or acrobatics check, as...
I'll give you athletics.
Yes. Ta-da.
That is, a 29.
Yeah, she got, like, a 9. So, like, she, like, you are just, like, a defensive wall. Like, she tries... You can see she's putting in effort. She's got fantastic form, but she just can't break you. And, like, after a while, she's like, how does anybody... How come you're in the infirmary so often? Can't get a damn hit on you.
Beren will jokingly, like, he'll say it, like, serious, but, like, it's clearly just meant to be, like, a bit of, like, a jab, like, a joke. But, you know, it's Beren, so it probably comes out a bit more, like, gruff and, like, deader than he meant it to, where he's like, don't you know Mandalorians train their whole lives to kill Jedi?
Her eyes, like, charred up, and, or, I'll say she goes like, Anakin Skywalker told me that they were warriors. He kind of left off the part of them made to kill Jedi. Like, you see her, like, stepping back slowly.
And I'm guessing now, like, yeah, she's gone on the defense.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, yeah, Beren will bring down full force attacks.
And as that's going on, we will cut over
God.
to the scouting team.
This 6'3" fucking Tug Gruter.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Ahsoka is like very much like season 1, like still very nimble. Like she's like trying to like go under your legs and like just like matrix dodge your swipes. But yeah, now
She matrix dodges and gets a nat 1.
yeah, somehow gets like put in the infirmary. But yeah, with that, scouting team, looking at, I will need perception checks from everybody. I'll say the Javimi rebels are like taking lead, at least like guiding you through, you know, the parts of like this forest and heading over into the muddy wasteland. So give me perception checks. I'll roll just go ahead and roll. I do not have fucking Brass on here. Nor do I have Boba or Anakin. So we're just gonna go ahead and just roll it and see what we get.
Great.
All right. Well, I got an 18, so
Okay.
there's that.
4, not 1, and 8. So not super promising.
Rez is like keeping his optics open. The rest are like, the fuck.
Yeah, I'll say like everyone's like driving their speed is like really like kind of slow at this point. Only Boba's like really kind of ahead of the game. And like yeah, he's like almost going ahead of the rebels. And Anakin is just like kind of like rolling up to you on your sidecar being like, "Jeez, was I like that before we, came to terms?"
I'd be lying if I said you weren't. You were kind of a pain.
Yeah.
No offense.
None taken. But, well, as long as he's not gonna do anything stupid or just give away our position.
That's what I'm worried about, but hopefully we'll keep him in line so that he doesn't get himself killed.
And I'll say Imagundi kind of, goes like, "Stay on your guard. We don't know if what these Jabimi have planned this far." And soon enough, you'll kind of come up to this, like, to the very edge of this little marshland here. And, like, it is, like, almost, like, basically no man's land, it looks like. Just, like, filled with, like, various, like, old structures, some rock formations, but it's essentially barren land for about, basically 100 or so miles. So entirely up to you, or I'll say, with the 18, I'll say you can at least make out a couple of, like, if you, like, pull out, like, your binoculars, and you will see...
he'd do that, and with the helmet to just make sure he's seen as much as he can.
Yeah, that you do at least spot off, like, all the ways away, that there are what appears to be, like, some separatists, that these points, at least these two you confirm are indeed, like, separatist dugouts, and the rebels confirm that those used to be towns that lived, or that functioned outside, the borders of the capital city. And I will also say you managed to, and like, but yeah, these are capitals that have been turned essentially into separatist command posts, and like they have, like, as far as you can tell, there appears to be just like a single, like, basically only like a lot of infantry, mainly like B1s, B2s, and a couple of or I'll say like maybe like one Magna Guard, sort of acting as like a pseudo commander. And like it's just like sort of decently fortified, like with, I'd say, like, even with the light crew you have right here, you maybe could take it, but you also catch off ahead that there are some landmines, but at least looking off on those. But Boba's still like kind of piling on through as he's still
Boba,
like,
hold up. Hold up.
What?
If you walk any further, you'll run into landmines. Do you want to get blown up that fast?
And he kind of like halts, breaks his bike just before he could hit one. He goes, "Fine. Let's report this back to command then. I think we could easily take those posts." He goes,
Perhaps we could, but not while we're in pieces if these mines tear us up. Lieutenant, can you get a map of these?
He goes, "Right. Sure thing, General. Raz?" And like he'll pull out like a little radar for you, or essentially like to kind of detect any mines out there in the field.
Oh yeah, for sure. He'd take it.
All right.
Take one.
Right. Let's plot a course for our walkers. Or at least try to navigate some. Might want to see if we can take off some mines before the walkers arrive and pass through here. It is awfully vulnerable out in this place.
Perfect place for an ambush if we're not careful.
And Anakin kind of chimes in going, "Well, we could hopefully wait for a decent fog or something to come in to give us some cover. If there's heavy enough rain, those guns off in the distance, they won't be able to see us."
Keep thinking, Padawan.
that could help to our advantage.
And say,
As he's like scanning, he will also point out that I also spotted a few B1s, B2s, and a Magna Guard. Looks like a separatist command post over there.
Anything else of note?
and I'll say, like, as you go over there again, I'd say probably at this post, you do see what looks like a ARC trooper, kind of like also like next to the Magna Guard giving orders. It looks like.
Okay. He's gonna, as we're like moving, he's gonna like put a hand out to anyone near him to kind of stop us. Wait, that's an ARC trooper over there.
What? Let me see that.
And he gives the device back.
All right, and Brass kind of looks, goes,
Well, I'll be.
Or actually, I will say that this armor is definitely looks like it is modified. It is more of like, it is like sporting like these, it is like a black base color instead of the usual white, and like it is the separatist emblem sort of on the pauldron in a very reddish color. He goes, huh.
Noted.
Well, some you don't see every day. So we got. Looks like there was a traitor in our midst.
The armor's different, but they're definitely an ARC trooper. Talking to a Magna Guard.
Right, report this back to base. Let's try to keep a low profile.
And
Great. Let's head back before they spot us.
All right. Double time.
And I'll say the rebels will kind of lead you all back. Go ahead and give me another perception check, Raz, as you're kind of like
Sure
on guard
thing.
here.
Hang on, I'm looking at something. I think, wasn't there something about the helmet giving me advantage on perception checks?
I think so. Maybe.
Okay, then I'm gonna go with that. Then.
Yeah. So just give me
I'll-
one more.
Yeah, I'll talk with the advantage
touch.
then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Here we go. Perception. Another 18. Cool.
I will say, say by the time you get back to camp and, you know, give your report to everyone, I'll say you see Ahsoka is like tired, sweating as Beren is like, just like, you know, I'm like, Ahsoka's like essentially crying uncle at this point, knowing she's been beat.
Yeah, he's like, this would be like, of course, once we get back and he'd make sure everything's situated, he'd give his report to the Shir'iven, the guards, captains, commanders, what have you. Then he'd spot Ahsoka on the ground calling for Uncle on Beren. He's gonna investigate that.
Mm-hmm. All right, go for it.
Something I don't know about here?
Your friend's really good with those swords.
And Anakin goes like, huh. That's, he's good at many things. Mandalorians are very well trained after all, as I've made it clear to not underestimate them snips.
Beren, ease up. I think she's surrendering.
Yeah, Beren, like immediately, you know, steps back and leans down and you know, picks Ahsoka up, rights her.
Okay. And I'll say, yeah, okay. With that in mind,
No,
okay.
he will say that no, you did good. You lasted longer than any other of the kids in the training corps did against me.
Oh, well, that's comforting. I'll definitely keep that in mind, that I lasted longer than other Mandalorians.
Might not want to let it get to your head. Mandalorians are a tough bunch.
Well, we still have a fight here, so just don't get cocky for the fight ahead. And I'll say we'll cut back to Shiri and Patch over by the war room.
Or Viper, yeah.
Shiri and Viper,
Would this have taken place during the scouting? Or when would this take place?
This would take place when you're back at camp.
Okay, so like just when we come back. Okay.
Yeah. All right, so, but yeah, Beren and Viper, the floor is yours.
So,
And Viper.
It's Shiri and Viper.
Shiri and Viper. Yeah, my brain is mush. But yeah.
so Shiri, kind of like looks to Viper after excusing herself from the battle room. And she marches to her private quarters, and she is tugging Viper by the arm.
Yeah. He has no objection to that. Just sort of like it's part yeah, just like yeesh, she's strong, and also at the same point, just sort of like I've expected this.
As soon as they get to her quarters, which she did not want to be in this fucking situation of people dropping bombshells on her again. Door shuts behind her, and she just looks at Viper. You contacted a separatist command and almost leaked our entire operation to them. Is that what you were telling me?
You need to understand. I didn't know there's something wrong with me, Shiri. Okay, there's something. He just like takes off his helmet. There's something in here, inside of me, that's just fighting, taking control of my body.
And she puts her hand up. The chip. It's acting for you, isn't it?
What chip? What?
Shiri immediately calls Patch in.
I'll say Patch kind of like, comes out of his medical tent, sees the scouting party, like kind of, double takes a little bit, but then kind of shakes it off and then goes over to the tent, goes, yes, General? What's... Oh.
She ushers him inside and shuts the door behind them.
Oh.
Viper, do you wish to explain what you've told me?
As no, he's defeated at this point, and he's just sort of like, Patch, I'm not doing well, mate. I'm not.
Right.
There's something inside of me that I keep hearing. Django, I keep hearing my master, I keep hearing Church Rig. There's just these things inside of me, and every time I blink, it's like I'm not me. There's something controlling me, making me do these things. First, it started with when I nearly killed Beren's mum, and now I nearly gave away our location to the Seppies. I don't know.
Patch does like a quick exam and goes looking over him, and like as you're describing these symptoms, and he goes,
Patch, I think it's the chip.
What chip? What? What?
No.
What are you talking about?
It's not.
What
I
do you mean?
I think Viper might be. Kind of like gets his head down and like puts a hand on your shoulder. Goes, I think it is looking like a hyperactive case of clone madness, and I think, at least according to my records of these cases. Within who knows how long, the brain might start to deteriorate at a rate that's too fast to stop. Kind of like looks to you, Viper, being like, I don't know how long you got exactly. Could be months.
Doctor, you're the doctor, right? There's a cure for this, right?
I might be a doctor, but I don't know every clone inside and out like the Kaminoans do. I'm sorry, they might be the one place that they could try to fix you, but I don't know what I can do. At least with all the tools that we have here, it's not enough to...
Explain to me what clone madness is.
With the combination of non-Django DNA introduced into his brain and his training combined with that of the Commando Regiment, also would not be surprised if this is in your other brothers and sisters as well, Viper, but I think that the personalities might be at war mentally to the point where the brain can't function. It's doing alignments and personalities, ideals, bonds, all those things at war with each other to a point where the brain just can't function. Look, I can at least give some Bacta or something to attempt to minimize it. You already have a couple of shots, but there's only so long it can prevent it.
Cheery at that, she's just shaking her head. This doesn't feel right. Like, Patch, how would you know that it's like, have you witnessed it before? People, your brothers and sisters who have gone through the procedures that Viper has it only come out to them?
It has been... I haven't been around this entire process of the Project Hybrid that Viper is a product of. But, at least from what little I have seen of those records, many troopers have died in order to at least get this strong batch of them.
Shuri, like, blinks in disbelief at this. Of course it's this. I have to deal with the chip. The Griffin chip. Ugh! For once, this is one of the first times that, like, anyone is seeing Shuri basically lose her cool. Like, just so much is happening. There's so much at stake. Like, she is fucking stressed. Her Leiku are, like, fucking going crazy at this moment.
And he goes, I know this isn't exactly also important, but the scouting team has reported back, and it looks like Boba's not with them.
Fucking twitching even more!
Wait, what? Wouldn't he have noticed, or did he sneak off?
He nat 20'd sneaking away.
Son of a bitch!
But yeah, I'll say, like, as, I'll say, we'll focus at least, like, with Shiri and, Viper. Are you going out to, like, you know, see the, like, the scouting team and, like, get the reports and, you know, get this information?
They're outside currently.
Yeah, like, everyone's outside cool as far as, like, you know, like, Patch, like, kind of reports in. He just knows, like, hey, like, basically just, like, equivalent, like, hey, Boba's gone, so not sure what to make of that, essentially.
So, with that, Shiri, like, her hands kind of shake for a minute until she just takes a deep breath. Okay. Patch, go back to what you were doing. Viper.
General.
Go to the medical tent. Do not speak of what happened in particular, because I do not want to take you away from mutiny. You are going to just get checked out, get some BAFTA, see if some shots can be done for right now, because we are going to Camino after this, okay? I am going to deal with this, and we'll discuss it later. And with that, Shiri is out of the tent.
Okay. Does Viper have any responses? It's just you and Patch inside the tent, Viper. Just kind of like stun locked there. Viper, anything?
Viper is still just a bit still reeling from everything. Not only is there this quote-unquote ship that he is still unawares of that no one described to him, and also now Clone Madness, but now he's got to worry about, oh, right. Still remembering what Mind Django said about him, about just like, oh, right, do you know about the other 947 people who died to make you? And then realizing just like, oh, right, I don't know what else of me out there, so now it's just, it's blue screen of death. It's literally the fucking, like the fucking Kubrick stare on him, just pure distress.
Okay, so with that, I'll say Patch will take you to the medical tent and be like, come on, Viper, I'll mix you up a nice cocktail. And I'll say, Shiri, you come out, and Z, Raz, Beren, Obi-Wan, Soka, Anakin, everyone there, just, like sharing you the report of, like, there's about the Separatist camp, and yeah, as far as, as Patch said, not a sign of Boba.
Her Leiku are, just fucking twitching. She hasn't said anything, but she's just looking at everyone. She takes a breath again. She goes right to Raz.
Yeah, you'll see him probably at the tail end of the conversation where he's finishing giving his report to Obi-Wan and the others.
Okay, it's and yeah,
and that's what I discovered. That's all I know.
She is trying to keep her cool so much right now.
And I'll say Obi-Wan right there because Shir'iven, you look like almost. I've never seen you this red. Do you need some
Shiri? What happened?
Where is Boba?
Where is Boba? He's right. Wait. He said that at the same time, and he just swirls his head, looks around in a complete 180.
She immediately just at that, she is the
Boba?
Hands are on her temples.
Boba
She is wide-eyed.
Obi-Wan's
she has this fucking wide ass grin, you know what I mean? Not the grin, but it's the pursed lip, sort of smile, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
oh,
that one.
Yeah.
Just a nodding head.
I'll say Obi-Wan goes from a moment of confusion to shock and horror and being oh no.
And Raz looks back to Obi-Wan and Shiri. He looks pissed.
Find him now.
Where was the last place you saw him?
Right outside the Separatist command post. I can show you where it is.
Of course. And with that, Shiri is immediately off to a speeder.
And Raz is following, going to try to conjure up a speeder bike.
Yeah. I'll say...
with permission from Brass, I guess.
I'll say the second he goes Tush. Fine. Just, you take the basic one, not yours, and he'll toss you some keys, and I'll say, Beren, you're within earshot of all this too. You noticed that Boba went with them and is now gone.
Yeah. Beren's just what's going on? How did you lose like a whole child?
How do you lose a child? You forget to teach him.
And
Yeah. Baron's just like, it doesn't say anything, but there is like a judgment on his face. It's kind of a judgment that's like, my clan would never have allowed something like this to happen, but okay.
And if Beren
It's
tries
always
to
the vets.
if Beren tries to say anything as everyone's getting onto the speeder, he's like, "Not a word. Get in."
I'll say there's like 3 speeders available, so you can all just hop on in and ride out. I'll say for Viper, Patch doesn't take you to the medical tent.
Of course he doesn't.
Motherfucking god damn it! I swear to God.
He goes, he's gonna like,
Yep, he's gonna old yeller me. I can feel it.
no. He
Oh no!
he takes you behind the tent and just shoots you in the back of the head.
I'm sorry.
it.
No, he does the Lenny from the fucking Mice
It's
and
like-
Men.
Of
He's
mice
only
and
gonna-
men.
Just look at the flowers, Viper.
Are we gonna see? Tell me more about the farm with the Wampa rats, Patch.
Yeah, big womp rats. Size of a short from
Tell
a
me
T16 back home.
Tell me about the rabbits, George.
Yeah, tell me about the Wampa rats.
But he goes,
Patch.
looks to you and goes, look, with Boba gone and if there's the 3 of them looking for it, I have my job here and I have my own duties to attend to. And he will give you the keys to his speeder. Try not to lose it and just then he gives you some suppressants for just some Bacta tablets. And he goes, just take these if you're feeling another rush of something changing in your head, alright?
Give me the keys to his bike.
Yeah.
Sir?
He goes, I have to stay here in the encampment and make sure, that everything's up in order. You go find Boba.
He just hand out literally just like the straw, like the arm shake, clasping that, and he just looks at him and just goes, "I am so sorry."
I'm sorry, Viper. But know this, brother. We're not giving up on. We'll do everything we can. It's rather grim the chances, but I don't give up on a brother.
And know this, brother. I said this to Shuri's Padawan, so I'll say it to you. If there ever comes a time where I'm not me, and if I danger the mission, if I do something so drastic that it costs anyone's lives on here, you take that blaster, and you don't miss a shot.
And he puts on his helmet, he unclasps, and he leaves.
Okay. And I think that's going to be a good point to put a pause as the 3 of you are making way through the jungle, and Viper is not too far behind, but you don't notice him quite yet, but I'll say that's going to be a nice place to pause when we return next week when I actually have maps ready.
Oh my god.
In 2 weeks, sorry.
Map? In this economy?
Yeah. And I got fancy new
Man.
assets to share off. I don't know if I can
Oh,
still pull off a
nice.
sci-fi feel with all of them, but we'll do our best.
Man, Viper pulling the another if I'm a danger, kill me. So Raz and Patch now have the contingency keys to pull the trigger.
Patch and Raz,
Damn.
Patch and D-Gig.
Patch, Raz,
Yeah,
and
all-
Vegan, so you got 3
all
fail-safes
3.
if you go bad. Yeah. Figure we'd keep a bit of a shorter one, but, I also was not entirely ready for where the story would go, and, yeah. Hope it at least was a nice sort of palate cleanser for, for waiting.
I fucking needed this.
Tension.
Yeah.
Raz is pissed at Boba because he explicitly told him not to go any further or he's gonna blow himself up. And what does he do? Sneak away, disobeying orders. And he's like, this motherfucking kid is gonna get himself killed.
Listen, he is a Fett, a Boba Fett no less. He's got balls of Mandalorian steel. He's gonna try his damnedest. He don't give a shit what he told you to protect him, but like, you know, at the same time, his dad also died on your watch, so...
And how is that his fault when Grievous showed up and caught all of them unawares? Raz is not gonna take the blame if Boba accuses him. He's gonna keep his dad's promise.
Yeah, but with that, we'll go ahead and do quick round of the table and sign off. Once again, I am Kavin, your DM of past, present, and future sessions. We stream this, hope you liked today's session. We stream this Clone Wars campaign every 2 or so weeks. Hopefully we'll be back on a more consistent schedule. Yeah, I also run D&D 5e games repeatedly over on Start Playing. If you like what you saw here today and you want to be in one of my other campaigns, I got plenty of spots available for a few throughout the week. If you liked the roleplay and the spicy, at least tensions spread throughout. But yeah, go ahead and take it away, TK.
TK here. I played Raziel. It's been so long since we came back, and hopefully we stay back. I miss this group and I miss this game. You can follow me on social medias at TKTheVO at Twitter.com. I'm not saying X, I'm saying Twitter. If you want to get technical, Twitter X Games. Yeah. There.
Yeah, Twitter X Games.
I don't...
The only dead name I'll ever use is Twitter.
Yeah. I don't have any announcements yet. I'm still getting back... I took a little break from VO, but once the new booth is built, I'll be getting back to it, hopefully this fall. But keeping up with audio mixing, writing, all that stuff. Hopefully I'll have stuff to share eventually, but in the meantime, catch me hopefully bi-weekly in Revenge of the Crit.
Yeah.
Stay tuned.
Nice. And next we have Jinkles.
Yep.
Hi, I'm Jinkles, and I'm on the verge of a mental fucking breakdown after this entire fucking session. You can find me at LoveJinkles on Twitter.com. I am currently advertising the fact that I am the new voice of Sucker for Love. I play Roxanne in it, and the demo is out on Steam now, so please go play it. Get ready. I was on a Markiplier video recently. I'm still fucking crying over that.
Oh, hell yeah. Awesome.
Nice.
Please give it a shot.
I love this thing. God.
I love this.
Yes.
All right, but I'm gonna go like take a swig of my vodka and just cope.
You do that.
Yeah. Get some nice copium in there.
I am sorry for that.
Speaking of being sorry, Chase. Oh God, is this Viper's canon event?
Yes.
No.
Yes. Everyone he loves in him has to die.
Pretty much. Is that why you brought me here, to let me down easy? All right. Hi everyone. My name is Chase. I'm also mentally suffering from all of this cacophony of mental illness and just cringe ass nene behavior from him. Honestly, I'd like to say a fuck you specifically to the Kaminoan who made this man. And the 947 corpses that came afterwards.
I mean,
946.
946. Anywho, you could follow me at the Chase Spec on the artist formerly known as Twitter and on Blue Sky because that exists. I've been slowly getting myself back up onto my knees in terms of just doing haha funny stuff and professional stuff, but trust me, there's stuff in the works. Go play Repurpose. It's a visual novel I helped voice direct and also voice in and also /write. It's gay. You can date whoever the fuck you want. You can be whatever gender you want. It's pretty great. And part 2 is coming out sooner than I expect, around Christmas time. So there's that. Hoorah.
Nice. And we, if it wasn't self-evident already, this is not only a very gay game, but a very gay group. So we appreciate all that gay stuff. And finally,
100%.
Yeah. And bring it on home for us, Mark.
Hey, I'm Mark. I play Beren. You can find me over on, the shit show that is Twitter. I'm not calling it what it's called now, so at Mustangsart. I'm also on Blue Sky, Threads, anywhere that is a social media. It's Mustangsart. Like that's it. I mean, I've even got a Tumblr. But that if you want to just see me talk about the Mandela catalog, because that's all that's for. Okay.
Yeah.
It's not for work. So yeah, just follow me. Twitter, whatever.
Yeah.
I intend to hopefully start streaming at some point, but yeah, who knows?
Yeah.
And also, Combat Wheelchair version 4 should be out by the end of the year latest.
Yeah, love that.
Nice.
And we're
Yeah.
looking at getting a print version, so that'll be fun.
Beautiful. Can't not wait for that. But yeah, with all that in mind, we'll be back in a few weeks. Y'all stay tidy, take care of yourselves, love you all very much, and remember, as always, may the rolls be with you. Have a good night, everyone.
Right.
Good night.
And that's where we are.